our third partner, he was not able to join, but he really would love to be part of this. Absolutely. Carla, I cannot find our questions that we prepared.
Total of 11. I have them up right here if you'd like.
Yeah, but I
okay.
sent them. Yeah, and let me find them. I have them in here.
Because the other option is I could read them and then answer them.
Yes, that would be wonderful.
Yes,
Let's do that.
you.
Sorry, it takes me really too long to find them. For some reason, I don't know where's that file anymore.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Questions number 1 was, did you know anything about Urban Farmer before going there? And the answer was no for the both of us. We had no idea what this restaurant was, what it was about. We did a little bit of Googling, but really we did not have a whole lot of ideas on what to expect. Not at all.
May I ask a following up question? When you did a Googling, what kind of impression did you get from your research?
It was, which is funny, that's question number 2. What was your perception about the restaurant before going? So for me, it was right on the corner, of downtown proper, right by Union Station. So from my perspective, I was expecting it to be kind of fancy schmancy, very hip, very, I guess, young, hip vibe, I guess is what I would expect. That's what I thought.
Okay.
And
cool.
So the question, that was number 2. So question number 3 is, walk us through your visit to Urban Farmer. So we got really lucky. We showed up probably about 10 minutes before dinner was our reservation. We got a really fantastic parking spot right in front of the restaurant. So we were able to kind of look at it and get the energy of the space. And we were really excited. It got our energy pumped. And then when we walked in, we were greeted right away. And it didn't, even though we showed up early and it was the dinner rush, we didn't have to wait at all. And they sat us at this table right at the front of the restaurant. So you got to see out the window and you got to see the hustle and the bustle of Union Station. And it was Friday night, so everybody was out and it was vibing. And right behind the table was so cool. Like, you didn't sit at normal chairs. You actually got to sit on these cute little couches.
Oh.
You got the couch to sit, yeah.
Yeah. I was sitting, I say facing Union Station, and my aunt was facing away from Union Station. And right behind my aunt's head was a neon sign, and it was actually quotes from David Bowie.
Yes. Yes.
I would say that I'm glad they did not sit us directly in front of that neon sign, because as people were walking past the window, they would actually stop and take pictures of
okay.
And we felt so bad for the people that sat directly under it, because they had to awkwardly be in those photos while people were taking pictures.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Beautiful. We were greeted pretty quickly from our waiter, and he showed us a menu where you could make your own charcuterie tray. I don't know how to say that right. At first it was a little overwhelming, because we were like, we don't know what we want. And so then he guided us to a pre-made one, which was it was like, okay, yes, that's what we want. And so they gave us the cutest tray, and he paired it with these 2 specialty drinks that he chose for us, which was so cute and delicious, I'd say. And then the only, we ordered our food, we got our food, and the only complaint that we had was that the food came very quick.
Too quick?
It was too quick. It was so
It came too quick. It's the first time in the history of restaurant. I'm sorry.
Night during dinner rush, and it was like, so what I did with the waiter, I was like, I want you to give me what you think would be the best. And so I didn't even choose my own meal. they have two different menus that they go off of. They go off of their winter spring menu. And we were still on the winter menu. So everything was still very hearty and delicious, but you could tell that it was a winter menu, which was, it was good. But yeah, we didn't even really get to finish our charcuterie tray before our dinner came out.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
fast.
that is
really
fast.
Yeah. So my aunt, she said that she was in the process of buying this house. So we were out to celebrate. And so he was so cool. And he got us celebration champagne without even asking.
Oh.
Constantly attentive,
Oh,
but not in a way that it was overwhelming.
Right onto Colorado Boulevard.
And it was pretty, I mean, I would totally go back. I would totally go back and do it again.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I would. So number 4 was, what did you like the most? The service, the food, or the place? So that was a tough question because
See you on Colorado Boulevard for 1
they
mile.
were very like independent, or like they all like were cohesive with each other to create a whole experience. You know, service was fantastic, and even when they got busy, the service never diminished, which was cool because I expected him to not show up as much because he was getting busy. I expected him to kind of be rushed, and even when it got busy, the service was still fantastic. The food was divine, the flavors, the layout, and the place was cool too. So it was all just so cohesive with each other. Yeah.
so if you had to tell someone, a friend, to go there, what things would you highlight to them?
I would highlight the charcuterie board option. I would highlight the Bowie neon sign. I would definitely do happy hour because their drinks were well balanced. A lot of great options. So do business meetings there.
You would, yes. Okay.
Yeah, it would be small ones because the price was a little high for more than 4 or 5 people. But
Okay.
I definitely, you know, I do a lot of sales meetings and work with a lot of doctors and a lot of business owners, and I would absolutely have a dinner meeting there.
Yeah.
So yep, I sure would. Now, we did not have any special requests. The only special request that like we had was, hey, can I get a spoon? But otherwise, nothing. They handled it really well and kind of gave us the whole experience, and we didn't have to ask for anything extra.
Do you think that price that you pay totally worth for what you get, like experience wise?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So our out to like $182.
The left 2 lanes to turn left onto East Cherry Creek South Drive.
I lost it.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. So it came up to $182 for 2 people. That was breakfast. That was appetizer, dinner,
The left 2 lanes to
2
turn left onto
drinks.
East Cherry Creek South Drive.
So I think it was worth it. It was so delightful, the food.
Okay, so quality of food, the service that you get, the atmosphere that you got in, like you think it's really approving the price that you pay for it. So price and the experience, they match. It's not like you overpaid. Okay, that's good to know.
I also have to mention that their bathrooms were amazeballs. Like
Did you go to the hotel bathrooms? Is that what you mean?
No.
No.
So we did after dinner, the manager actually gave us a tour of the place and showed us the beautiful original windows that were in there, showed us the cruise room, which is a speakeasy that's attached, as well as the hotel, and he gave us kind of a tour of that. But the bathrooms are connected to the urban farmer, and you go down the stairs And they have some really cool hydroponic systems, like with a fish
Mhm.
tank where they're growing berries and stuff and mushrooms
Mhm.
on top, which is
Yeah.
cool. But when you walked into the bathroom, the wallpaper was mapping of Denver. And they had some really cool art. And it was just very like full of swag. I liked it. It was nice.
Mhm. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we call in marketing, we call it servicescape. So that's all
Oh.
little moments, little details that create the atmosphere and special feel. So I don't know if they told you or not, but the concept of the restaurant is like that everything that's served to the table actually delivered from the local farms. And they, yeah. So I don't know. Did you get that concept? Did you understood the concept?
Yes, I started noticing that because when we pulled out the menu, specifically on there, it talked about where they received the food. And all of them were local areas that received the meat, the cheese, the nuts, everything came from people. And I actually made a comment on that. And I was like, wow, I'm impressed that you are able to write out exactly where our food is coming from, all local. Well, most, because there was some that was from Washington and other places, but yeah, it was a cool concept for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Are there any other questions on the list? I'm sorry, I can't really see the list.
Oh, no, that's okay. So did the restaurant meet your expectations? 100% it did. My aunt and I both 10 out of a 10. Would we go back to the restaurant again? Absolutely. And would we recommend it to our relatives, friends, or coworkers? Yes.
Okay.
I have another question. Usually when you go to a restaurant, do you go because you like the food, because you like the service, because of the place, how it feels, or for everything?
Why do I usually go?
Yes.
So I usually will go to a restaurant for business. So it's about being able to have strong business conversations, close deals. And so that's where I'm usually finding myself in a restaurant. Often I find that the acoustics of the restaurant is too loud, too noisy. It's very difficult to hear the other person, and you're constantly having to scream at each other. And I wanna say that at the Urban Farmer, they made sure that the acoustics were a great balance, where not once did I have to go, what did you say? I can't really hear. It's really loud. It's hustly and bustling. The acoustics were great. So yeah, I find myself doing a lot of business meetings at restaurants, and I would definitely do it again here.
Well, I really have no other questions. I think you just explained everything perfectly. I guess I'm kind of a little bit disappointed. I was looking for a little something, but if experience was great, it was great. There's really nothing to add.
You want a negative? That's really hard, except for my negatives. I have two.
Yeah.
-1, do not be sat by that neon sign because it is super awkward to get all
When you
those
get
photos
pictured.
you're eating. And I looked over at those people that were under there, and they were all like, this is weird, and even to a point where they almost were requesting to move because it was just so many odd pictures. And it came out really, really, really fast.
Okay, too fast. That's a thing. Yeah. Well, Carla, do you have any other questions?
Actually, I don't have. The only thing that we will ask you is we have a survey that we will send you, so you can, yes, it's easy to fill it, and then it will help us to have more things to add to our analysis that we're going to have. I really want to thank you for your time. I understand that you had a good experience, and we are so happy for that. But I know that it's your time, and we value your time. And it was amazing that you were able to go, because I trust you two guys, because you know a lot of things here in Denver. And since you go with clients, it's really cool to know that you will go back again there. And that means a lot. that means that you had a good time. Hopefully,
We Carla, I wanted you to be there. I was surprised when you weren't going to be there. I was like, we're going to meet Carla, right? And Aunt Jen was like, nope, just us. And I was like, what? Where's Carla?
Carla's gonna go on a date.
yeah,
Oh.
and also I'll do the housewarming someday, and you can all come.
Okay, good.
Wonderful.
Yeah, keep us in mind. I'd be happy to do it again. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really glad to hear. I work at the hotel where the Urban Farm are located. I work at the Oxford Hotel. So
Oh.
it's really, really good to hear that you guys really got an outstanding service. Like what experience you got. It just means a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I do see what a hard work restaurant team does. They are just pros. So
That's cool. Kudos
yeah.
to them.
Thank you. I will let them know.
Right.
Definitely. All right. Well, thank you so much. I join everything that Carla said. It was nice meeting you. And
Me too.
yeah, I hope to see you again at Urban Farmer.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.